What's up, everybody? I'm Chase Sr.
And I'm Harrison Graham.
We just launched a brand new show here at Chat Sports. It's called Any Given Thursday. We go live every Thursday, 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific.
And this video you're about to watch aired live from this past Thursday show on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. You see the link below, youtube.com/chatsportstv. So subscribe, join us every Thursday. And with that being said, go ahead and enjoy this video. Welcome into Any Given Thursday, Episode 2. Today's show is presented by Magic Spoon, and you can get $5 off at magicspoon.com/chat. The best cereal, it's healthy, it's delicious. Get rid of that main brand stuff that you're buying from the store because that stuff is really fattening and bad for you. Magic Spoon is not. magicspoon.com/chat. Get $5 off at checkout. All right, it's time for the 5 at 5, how we start every single show here on Thursday. Harrison Graham, Chase Sr. And today, the topic, Chase, is the 5 best NFL Big Threes in history, because kind of a hot topic right now. Kendrick Perkins and others threw out, hey, Tyreek, Hill, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, best Big Three ever. So we thought we'd break down our best Big Threes.
We're going to break down our own Big Threes, and I don't have that Big Three from KC on my top 5. I think that was a bad take. We'll explore that here coming up in just a second.
Is it the best Big Three in history? We'll discuss once we get to my list. How about that? Best Big Three in history. Get your votes in there first, and then we'll start breaking down ours. And hey, if you use hashtag Big Three, we'll flash a few comments throughout the show as well. Producer Jack is hitting the ones and twos, as Chase would like to say, so nothing too tough for him to handle. Best Big Three in NFL history. Use hashtag Big Three if you want to get your Big Threes on the show. All right, Chase, let's go through your list first, and then we'll get to mine here. We'll start at number 5. Was San Francisco 49ers. How you feeling here?
2 49ers Big Threes on my top 5. Shout out to the Niner gang, because I am the host of the 49ers Report, and I'm not just putting these lists together catering to my 49ers audience, but coming in at number 5, it's the great trio of Steve Young, Ricky Watters, and Jerry Rice. I always look back to Super Bowl 29 when these guys put up just a ridiculous stat line, 49-26 thumping of the Chargers in the Super Bowl that year. Steve Young went wild, 24-36, 325 yards, 6 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. Jerry Rice reeled in 10 balls for 149 yards and 3 tutties, and then Ricky Watters also ran for a touchdown as well. So that's number 5 on my list. Number 4, Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin. This Big Three back in the mid-90s was absolutely fabulous, and they were unbelievable. Super Bowls in 1992, 93, and 95. For a short while there, I know his career was cut short. Troy Aikman was arguably the best quarterback in the National Football League. Emmitt Smith is arguably the best running back of all time, especially if you consider the longevity to his career. And Michael Irvin was a big play waiting to happen at all times. At number 3, I'm throwing it all the way back to the 70s, to the Steel Curtain. The Pittsburgh Steelers, led by Terry Bradshaw, Harris, and Lynn Swann. So this Big Three was great as well, and they went on such a legendary run in the 70s under head coach Chuck Noll. 4 Super Bowls from 1974 to 1979, and I know that this is offensive heavy with Bradshaw, Harris, and Swann. That defense also deserves some credit. So shout out to the Steel Curtain defense, because they were just dominating people with that physical attack all throughout the 70s under Chuck Noll. And then let's focus in on my top 2. Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, and Ronnie Lott. Now, Jerry Rice came to this Big Three a little bit later because Montana and Ronnie Lott had already had a bunch of years under their belts. But when they were on the field together, you had Joe Cool, who was so cool, calm, collected under pressure, winning 4 Super Bowls throughout his illustrious career. So clutch, always just never scared of the moment. Jerry Rice, I think he's the GOAT at wide receiver. And then Ronnie Lott, if he played nowadays in the National Football League, Harrison, he'd be able to wreak havoc and play multiple positions as kind of a safety linebacker hybrid, especially with the way that defenses have changed over time. And then number 1 on my list, the haters will say I'm cheating by putting my top big 3 as Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick, and Tom Brady. But the real ones know that there has not ever been a better big 3, at least in my opinion, than Kraft, Belichick, Brady. Why is that? Well, they won 6 Super Bowls together, but for me, it's really the longevity. In the most physical sport out there that stands for not for long, this dynastic run lasted for 20 years, 2 decades. So Robert Kraft buys the team in 1994. Bill Belichick is then hired in 2000. They draft Tom Brady in the 6th round. He takes over for Drew Bledsoe after he got rocked and injured. And then the rest, history. 6 Super Bowls together. I think without a doubt that is the number 1 big 3 over the course of NFL history.
So I kind of took a different approach, and we'll get to my list in a minute. And by the way, there are a few comments, and producer Jet, feel free to throw some up. Someone said, Anish says you can't put coaches in the big 3, calling you out like you thought they would.
Hey, the real ones know.
Hey, the real ones know. There's no doubt about that. And you guys continue to let us know who your favorite big 3 in NFL history is as well. But it should be interesting to see what you guys are saying down in the comment section. By the way, if you like this type of content, make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button, youtube.com/chatsportstv. Be sure to subscribe to the channel here, and we'll continue to bring you these fun type of lists here on any given Thursday. By the way, got to shout out Magic Spoon, today's sponsor. We told you off the top of the show that Magic Spoon is fantastic, and here's why. Chase, I know you're a huge fan of it. 13 to 14 grams of protein per serving, only 4 grams of net carbs, and the best part about this, 0 grams of sugar. It tastes fantastic. It tastes like the stuff you guys have been eating since you were a kid, but after a while, that cereal you buy at the store, it just catches up. It really does.
Yeah.
Your metabolisms aren't as strong as you get older, and you start packing the pounds. If you want to start losing weight, Magic Spoon is the best way to do it, and you can get $5 off at magicspoon.com/chat. Get going with Magic Spoon today at that link. We'll have it in the comments. We'll have it in the description. Get $5 off with Magic Spoon cereal. Try their different flavors as well. A bunch of them are absolutely fantastic. I love the peanut butter, but you guys can go ahead and check out some of their different flavors. Okay, we're going to get into my list here momentarily, Chase. Here we go. And I took a bit of a different approach, and wrong logo at the top. That's okay. That's supposed to be a Bears logo. Walter Payton, Richard Dent, Mike Singletary. Who's Richard Dent? Well, he had 17 sacks on that 1985 team, Chase. Was just a guy who wrecked quarterbacks. We know about Walter Payton. Sweetness, come on. He's absolutely fantastic. Mike Singletary, the heart and soul of that defense. Wanted to give the defensive boys some love. The 85 Bears were absolutely awesome. Number 4, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, and their fullback, who his first name is blanking on me, Craig. How about this for a stat? In one season, he had 1,000 yards rushing and receiving. Yeah, give the fullback some love, baby. He played running back later in his career, but back in the day, he was absolutely fantastic. Number 3, I didn't go Kraft. I didn't go, owner with like Chase did. But and Randy Moss wasn't there for the whole dynasty, but for the couple years he was, the duo of Tom Brady to Randy Moss was fantastic. I know they didn't win a Super Bowl, but in 2007, that team was absolutely electric. I still think it's the best team I've ever seen, even though they didn't win it all. Then we'll get to the top 2. Come on, the triplets, Emmitt, Aikman, Irvin. That was electric. I mean, they won 3 Super Bowls. They did a lot together. They were a lot of fun to watch. Troy Aikman, I think, one of the most underappreciated quarterbacks ever because they ran the football behind a dominant offensive line. Michael Irvin might have been crazy, but he was an elite wide receiver, and he's a decent actor as well. Go watch The Longest Yard. First Take, not so much, but catching touchdowns, he's fantastic. And then number 1 on the list, you know what? Maybe I'm caught in the moment. Maybe I'm,
I think you are.
Some recency bias. In terms of pure production, though, I don't think it's even close. The trio of Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, from a pure on-the-field production standpoint, this is as electric of a group as we've ever seen. I just, they don't have the titles yet, although they do have one. And, they're probably going to win some more. I just think what this trio has done, it's impressive. Maybe I'm being biased because I host the Chiefs Report here at Chat Sports Chase, but you know what? It's a lot of fun, and I think they're the most entertaining trio in NFL history.
So you tried to find a flaw in my big three with having Belichick, Kraft, and Brady.
I had Belichick.
But I find a flaw in your argument for having Mahomes, Hill, and Kelce at number one because my Patriots trio won 6 Super Bowls.
Hey,
Mahomes, Hill, and
that's true.
Kelce have only won 1, and I think before it's all said and done, they're not going to win 6.
Maybe not.
20 years to a couple so far.
Hey, man.
That's why I have Patriots number one.
You know, we both had flaws on our list. Recency bias is real. It absolutely happens. But, hey, it's fun. This is what this show's about. We're going to disagree at times, and it's all going to be good at the end of the day. Like we said, subscribe if you want more content like this, youtube.com/chatsportstv. The 5 at 5 will air live every single Thursday, 5 o'clock Eastern time. So make sure you guys subscribe and join us as we are just getting our brand new show underway here at Chat Sports. Before we wrap up this segment, whose top 5 is better? I think we both had some flaws. Both had some good ones. Type H for Harrison. Type C for Chase. Let us know.
The real answer is C.
Let us know down in the comments. The real ones know. Executive producer Sam says C, but I think he needs to get back to work. H for Harrison, C for Chase.